Alright, Travis Wingoodsill. As you can see, I'm not gone. Still here. They didn't illegally remove me from the premises. They have not illegally changed my fob to reject my entrance. But they also have not process serve me for a court hearing if they're going to follow the law, since they're not going to violate the law. I haven't been served. I mean, the lawyer, their lawyer said Friday he was going to, now that he knows that I'm not leaving, he's going to use the full fury of the law. The irony is that I responded by saying, I'm independent living. You have to take me to court. So how are you going to violate the law as you indicate? He did not respond. And then Monday morning, which was yesterday, wasn't it? I again slammed him with another email waiting for him when he got into the office of his clients do not have current licensing. And I filed complaints, as I notified him, with federal, state, 2 states actually, one for discrimination, the other for fraud, and local, because in West Valley City you must be licensed in order to practice. Each have their own laws in regards to this, and so that's why I'm kind of curious as to why the full fury as he's talking about did not occur, whereas my full fury of the law was shoved up where the sun don't shine for him. He's a lightweight snowflake. That's his education, and I'm supposed to be, what the state of Utah calls incompetent, not competent for trial. Yeah. Talk about a Cinderella story. If you've never seen Bill Murray in Caddyshack, it's a Cinderella story. Tony Libros, where are you now? And so, yeah, that's what we spent our time in government back in high school. I think the guy had protested or served in Vietnam, and so he wasn't too happy about government, and so I think he must have had tenure to get away with what he was doing in class, just showing videos as he put his feet up on his desk and drinking his coffee or whatever he was drinking. And so Tony and I would sit by each other, as there were no organized rows or anything. There were people just clustered in groups. And he and I would just be quoting movie lines. Yeah. So, yeah, fun times. And so, the only thing I can think of, since he's not seemingly following through, he had 2 hours last night to get to the courts, and then could have requested the service processors for the summons, and they would have been here. The last time it was 2:15 in the afternoon, and they were all the way from Utah County. Why can't they have done that by now? And so unbelievable. And so I have my suspicions that they're retreating into their shell again, because that's the pattern of behavior. Is they attack, I complain to everyone, they retreat. Oh, there we go, it's out for delivery. The two, Mary Trump's book and Donald Trump versus the United States. I went over a book by a Mormon, or a critic of the Mormon Church, but hers was more touchy-feely about Mormons' feelings and ex-Mormons' feelings about church history rather than fact-related material, like these two books are. So, yeah. Alright, so it's not within 9 deliveries yet. So, yeah, that's what I'm thinking, is that they're retreating right now. They're hoping and praying the full fury of the law is not going to crush them. And since nobody has tried to cover up what they've neglectfully done, by sneaking in the current licensing and posting it to show that I'm mentally ill. We've had it there the whole time, Your Honor, see? Because it's a crime not to post your license. And if they just forgot to post it, and they did renew it, well, then, yeah, they just, oops, here, no harm, no foul, right? Travis is mentally ill, right? Yeah, so it's been 2 days now, and nobody has tried to cover it up. So that tells me, again, they didn't get it licensed for this whole year, which means they can't evict, they can't take our rent, they can't get paid by the government for the discounts that we get. Yep. Oops, there it is. And it's the one person who tried to have me killed. An air unit that you hear in the background, that for a short period of time, until they got filthy, and they don't have the option of taking out a filter, and they have the inside filter, but the outside, it can't be. And then even trying to clean the inside filters, no, it can't be done. You have to replace it, and they don't have replacements. And so, yeah, it's a one-time use for as long as they remain clean. So, yeah, I had those, and people were complaining, "Oh, the audio sucks, Travis. Get a better audio, man." So, yeah, the whole summer into the fall, right at the time that I needed to be released, whatever it's called, renew the lease. Then all of a sudden it was fixed. Oh, it's all fixed. Here, sign the new lease. But you're not licensed. I didn't know that at the time. I didn't have reason to check to see if they were licensed until they pulled the eviction stunt. Then I needed to find out the leasing information, or the license information, and wait a minute. It's expired for a whole year now. So, yeah, she blew it. She was put in to get me out, and she blew it. I mean, she literally was acting like a white supremacist. Literally, her wording that she would put in her emails, white supremacist. I would tell her, hey, I have problems with my air unit, it needs to be fixed. You lie. What? You've never even seen it. What do you mean I lie? And so, yeah, she purposely wanted to make my life miserable. And she just started. She doesn't know me. And there she was, already attacking me. Brand new. Boom. You lie. I'm not going to take care of it. The whole summer, into the fall, she wanted to make my life miserable. And I knew something was up when she was being introduced by the woman who was going on maternity leave. She came right into my apartment and was snooping around, going into all the rooms, and I'm like, what is she doing? And the woman who was pregnant and going on maternity leave was trying to tell her, oh, we don't need to do that. But for some reason she thought she had to go snooping around my apartment, looking at furniture and snooping around in drawers and stuff. What the hell? So yeah, she started off on the wrong foot, but if it was her purpose to be put there to make my life hell so that I would leave, oh yeah, I'll just pack up my $20 and get a new apartment. Yeah, that'll be cake, won't it? They just, unbelievable. And so yeah. And so I had to file the lawsuit and include them with the church as co-conspirators. And I found the connection. The church paid the connector. Church paid, and then the lawyers were in default. I won. So yeah, I'm going to be forced to file a civil lawsuit if they go through with a summons for a court hearing, because I'll immediately notify the judge with my 3 days response. Your Honor, they're not licensed. And so yeah, then the judge will dismiss it, and then I will have to file a civil case, and then if they don't go through the courts and they think that they're going to hide and get a slap on the wrist and be able to relicense now as if nothing had ever happened, no damages, Travis, no harm, no foul, no blood, no foul. There was blood. There was a foul. And so yeah, I'll be forced to file a lawsuit either way, because apparently, as I informed the lawyer, they're going to need to do the right thing and pay us for damages, especially for all the rent we've been paying while they're not licensed. And I recommended that it would be on their best interest to pay us what was wrongfully paid to them. So, but yeah, the maintenance guy showed up briefly, and he showed up far at the end this time, not near the doors, so that he can block any other cars parked, such as the caseworker who is replacing Percy, who's got a very small car, so you can barely see the tip of it right by the garbage can. They're purposely doing that to try to hide from me. Unbelievable. But yeah, no, Percy not here today, or at least only picked somebody up as if they had to wait in the lobby for him. But otherwise, nothing. Not even the maintenance guy. So I was kind of surprised, because he worked late yesterday. Apparently they don't pay lunch break. He has to have his own lunch on his own time, and thus forcing him to work longer hours. So cruel. But yeah, so we'll keep watching, because they've got to serve me. I mean, once they get it, why is it taking them long? They have all the money to pay somebody. They have no problems. They can charge me for it when they win, right? And I'm going to have to pay triple the rent. But yeah, because they're not licensed, I'm not supposed to pay rent to them. I'm not going to pay rent to them. And so yeah, they didn't cash my August check, so they're obviously not going to cash September's, so they don't have my September's rent. And if that's what I have to file a civil suit. If they go into hiding and hope that everything just goes away and they get licensed again, that's what they'll do, is they'll say, hey, you're not paying rent. Oh, So yeah, I'm going to be forced to file a civil lawsuit against them. And yeah, it's just horrifying. I mean, why people do this? I mean, seriously? You're in a job to provide care for people. You're in a position of trust, whether it's in government or healthcare or owner of a property to provide shelter for people. To be an ass, it's not really what we're looking for. When I was working at Blockbuster and interviewing people who wanted a job there, we were sort of looking for other, more customer-friendly service. So, yeah, none of this white supremacist action. Man, unbelievable. So, yeah. It would be nice if the government entities recognized the serious criminal violations here and had the prosecution of whether it's local, state, or federal take over for me. I would really appreciate that. That's the way it's designed in the Constitution. The First Amendment is for victims to receive a prosecution from the government. So if you're a victim in the local, you get the prosecuting attorney for the local city. If it's a state crime, you get the prosecutor from the state, federal, etc. And then the Fourth Amendment, is it? Where you get a free defense counsel if you're being accused. And so both sides are supposed to be represented in court. But instead, nope, civil, on your own, pro se, screw you. So, we'll have to wait and see. But maybe I'll have time to work on the brass plates. Mormons don't care about it. Nah, we don't care about our church. We don't care about the prophecies. Our church isn't true. We're just in it for the money, which we don't get. The church hoards it from us. We give it to the church. Anyway, if I don't put porn in this, nobody's going to watch this anyway. So I'm most likely going to have to do brass plates porn translated in order to get people's attention. What I also forgot to bring up, the coronavirus stats for Utah. And like I said, if I hadn't watched the news this morning, I wouldn't have thought anything of it. But why, Herbert? Why are you hiding this? Because apparently he stopped after the high school got tested positive and shut down the high school. And so he kept that a secret, as only Fox 13 News reported the high school getting shut down. Way to go, ABC 4 News Utah. And stopped the rest of the testing for the state of Utah in order to keep a low percentage. Man. But I thought it would be interesting to share with you the number of testing that was done since yesterday. 4,666. As we're over 66,000 tested, and we're at 6% for today, which again yesterday was 6% also. Yeah, and so he's trying to keep it low, which 6% is yellow. Oh wow, yellow. Okay. Sure, you just shut down a high school and we're yellow. Gotcha. Sure, I believe you. I'm sure your stats are not fixed or rigged somehow. Maybe I should make that the title.